let us pray that you and I will walk in God's favor. But favor doesn't mean that you and I are going to have a life without difficulties. People who were and are favored by God often went through and even endure hardship, delay, misunderstanding, suffering, persecution. But in those situations, they can find and see and experience the favor of God become more abundant in their life. Even Joseph was favored by God, but he was sold into slavery before he is going to put into the high leadership ranking position. Daniel was favored by God, but was carried into exile. Was put into the lion's den before he is highly promoted. David was favored by God, but he was pursued by Saul, but the favor of God never left him. And later, he was appointed as the king. God's favor does not always remove all of the battle, but God's favor will open the opportunities in the tough time. God's favor open ways in the battle. God's favor will open solution in challenging relationship. God's favor open great moment in various situations. So let us begin to note this point as you and I are praying to walk in the favor of God. We need to remind ourselves, first of all, that favor begins with God. And let us pray that the God of favor will be with us and grant us the favor. Favor is not something that you and I can manufacture. It originates in the grace of God. We cannot manipulate God into blessing. Psalm 84 verse 11 said, "No good thing does he withhold from those who walk uprightly." God is a source of grace, opportunity, protection, wisdom, strength, provision, influence. And let us come to the throne of God and seek God and His favor. As God gave favor when His servant prayed, prepared, and pursued His purpose. Nehemiah, as we remember, specifically pray and ask God for favor with the king. Today, how many of us are specifically asking God for the favor in our relationship, in our job, in our project, in our ministry, in our neighborhood, in our company, in our school, in our hospital, or everywhere that we go? Nehemiah was well prepared and planned concerning about the needs. And when God opened the door for Nehemiah, providing permission, letters, protection, timber, authority, and manpower. So remember that we need to ask the God of favor to give us that favor.